bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Green Bay.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
45-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, it's Jones, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 40-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 26. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. So that one, just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King, and the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14. And a Packer first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The ball carrier.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
It's now 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Green Bay.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 6 yards.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 27, Trubisky. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
2-yard line.
Quick pass out to Miller. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches just say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
And it's 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
And 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 56 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 41, Trubisky, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's caught outright by Graham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Jimmy Graham.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 7.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
And a Packer.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
25 yards that time.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
By Khalil Mack.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after.
This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown.
J.J. Nelson. Touchdown.
J.J. Nelson. 35 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. They run with Patterson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Green Bay. Mason Crosby.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They go play action. Trubisky. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Allen Robinson.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. The defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Rodgers throwing here. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
This one caught by Ridley. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up any.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Riley Ridley, 32 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.